We gotta stop with the excuses, okay? Making excuses like, I haven't been on a date because I don't want people around my children. I haven't been on a date because I need to fully heal myself. I haven't been on a date because my finances, they just not together right now. We need to stop making excuses. Let me tell you something. You have written down that you're going to manifest your husband. And how do you plan on manifesting your husband if you keep on coming up with all these different excuses on why you should not be dating right now? Let me tell you something about life. That it'll never seem like the perfect time. It's always going to seem like you can do more, right? But I wanna let you know something. Time is passing and ticking, and you can't get that back. And how would you know the work that you've been doing on yourself, if it even works, if you're not even willing to put it to the test? I know why you haven't been on a date. I know exactly why. And this is it. Because you are a little afraid. And that is okay. But let me tell you something. You are worthy of love. You are deserving of love. And you are enough. So put the excuses to rest. And we gonna start going on dates. Peace, family. Peace, 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 peace. I hope you guys are having such an amazing day. If not, do understand and get that your day is going to get better once your perception gets better. So I had got this download to do a video wrapped around dating, right? And first I was like, okay, right? And some of you guys have seen my video about how I haven't went on a date in like 5 years, okay? And if you haven't seen that video will be linked up here and you can watch that. So today's video is we put into rest all the excuses about why we are not dating, okay? And these are some of the things that I will often say to myself, like why I wasn't dating. First of all, I'm gonna give you guys a little background, okay? My name is Dina Bryant. I do inspiration videos. I do some shopping videos, Dollar Tree hauls, and I also do some vegan recipes, okay? So today's video, it had came to me yesterday and today, okay? It came to me, first I got to download, my intuition was telling me to do a video wrapped around this. And I guess my intuition is telling me to do this to hold myself accountable. Okay. All right. To hold myself accountable. Because first I'm like, why would I do a video wrapped around this dating, right? And so my whole experience when it comes to dating, right? In my past, one of the things that I do feel to be true is this. We attract exactly what we are, okay? That's one. And then two, a major component of this is you have to really love yourself, right? And I highly recommend before you even start going on dates and stuff like that to really love yourself. And the reason I say you have to really start loving yourself is this, because if not, you're going to be thinking that this person is going to love you, you know, more than you can love yourself. And everybody just reflect back to us exactly what we are, okay? And some of the excuses you may be using, because honey, I've been here, okay? Some of the excuses you may be using, oh, I got kids, okay? Or, I don't have all my stuff together, right? Finances wise, whatever, okay? You may be saying all those things, and that may be a reason for you to say, well, that's why I'm not dating. But I don't necessarily want to say that's the real reason. What I believe is that you may be a little afraid to date, okay? You may be a little afraid to date. we have to really get honest with ourselves, because when we are honest with ourselves, that's when we could move in the direction that we desire to move in. If you keep saying, oh no, it's because of these different things and stuff like that, then you're going to go your whole life without ever going on another date. Don't allow your ex to pay for your next. Okay? Don't allow your ex to pay for your next. And it's funny because a few days ago, one of my homegirls, a good homegirl of mine, she had came to visit me. And me and her was talking, and a conversation came up wrapped around dating, right? And one of the things she said to me, she was like, well, you ain't gonna, find a man or see a man in the house, right? Like, saying that I'm always in the house. And that's not true, because I go out, I go shopping and stuff like that, But one of the things that I have not been doing, and even when I was doing Uber, one of the things, like, I would just do what I need to do and just come back in the house, right? I wasn't really, I want to say, enjoying life. Right? Like, life is meant to be enjoyed. Life is meant to, have fun. And I wasn't really doing those things. I would work and then just come in the house and stuff. Another reason why you're not dating, okay, we got to call it thing, sis, okay, is because you may still be having relations with your ex, okay? All right? You may still be having relations with your ex. And I'm speaking from personal experience. So one of the things I would say, oh, well, I'm not looking to date and all this other stuff, but I was still having relations with my two youngest children's father. Okay. And so I had to really look at myself and say, all right, Dina, why aren't you dating? Right. And some of the things was because I would say, well, I need to be fully healed, right? And that's just an excuse. That is really an excuse. Because let me tell you something, honey. As long as you are alive, you will continuously be doing the work on yourself. Okay, so to say you need to be fully healed or whatever it is, that's just a crap of baloney. Okay, that is not true. The second thing is, you may say because you have children and you don't want to bring your children around, any and everybody. Well, when you're dating, okay, you're not going to bring your children around any and everybody, okay? Dating, and when I was younger, I never really went on dates. It was pretty much you talk to a guy, somebody may have introduced you to the guy, you talk to the guy, and the next minute, y'all was in a relationship, okay? I never went on dates where though it's like, oh, well, I'm dating this guy today. Well, I'm going out with this person tomorrow and stuff like that. And let me tell you something, okay? Because I think some people have a misconception when you say dating. They believe when you're dating that you're having sex with, all these different people that you're going on dates with. And that's not true, okay? Now, in some cases, some people may do that. But dating is just so you could get to know someone, right? Get the feel of that person. See if that person is compatible with you. But it's not for you to sleep with the person and, give this person a part of you, so to speak, your body and stuff like that. It's just to go on dates. It's for you to get courted. It's for you to have fun, okay? And I remember listening to stories that my mother, she used to tell me like, oh, she would go on dates and stuff like that. And I looked over my life that I never really went on dates. Like, yeah, I went on dates with the guy who I was in a relationship with, but nothing really was though I was dating him prior to being in a relationship. It was like boom, boom, boom. Like everything was moving so quickly. And the reason I think is because we have been sold this lie that once you get into a relationship, this person is going to be your everything. Meaning this person is going to make you happy. This person is going to love you. This person is going to pretty much do everything that you feel that you perhaps couldn't do, or your love is not as important as their love is. Okay, and that's all wrong. Okay, that's all wrong. What I learned on my journey is that if I don't love myself, guess what? I can't receive the love from anyone else. Okay. The next thing is you deserve to be going on dates, to get all dolled up, dressed up. You deserve that. You deserve to have the finer things of life. Okay. You deserve that. And no more excuses about why you're not going on dates. So one of the things that I said I am going to do is each and every month, okay, because I have no excuses, okay, I monetized on YouTube, I earn money on YouTube, so there's no excuses for me not to be dating, okay. And another thing I want to say to you is this: if you're doing all the work on yourself, how would you know if the work that you're doing, if it actually is working, if you're not dating? Okay, like, it go hand in hand. If you're not dating, how would you know if the work that you're currently doing on yourself, if it's working? If you're doing the work on yourself, you're supposed to test it to see if it's actually working. Okay. Another thing is, I believe a lot of times our expectations are so high. Okay, you go on one date and you like, oh well, this is gonna be my husband, okay, or this is going to be my wife. And no, that is not the case. The case is for you just to get to know that person, okay? And if there's a chemistry or something between you two, for you to go on another date, but it is about getting to know the person and enjoying your life. See, this is one of the things that I didn't understand, okay, is that I need to enjoy my life. I need not to drop everything. And that's another thing, right? Like when we go on dates, well, when we get into these relationships, you tend to drop everything for this person. And no, you still keep your life, but now you have someone that is a part of your life, okay? But you don't want to drop everything, drop all your friends, just drop everything. No, okay? So I had got on a dating app, okay? All right. Now, I've been on, a few dating apps, but after about a day or two, I delete the dating apps and I get off of there, okay? All right. And this is another thing. Whenever you are desperately seeking something, like when you're like, oh, well, I need to be in that relationship. I need to, I need to go on these dates, like a addict or something, okay? It's going to seem like it's never coming. The reason is because you're putting up resistance, okay? Because basically what you're saying to the universe or saying to God is, I'm not going to be happy until I have these things. And honey, life is too short for you not to be happy right here in this here and now moment, okay? All right? So I said, you know what? I'm going to go back on the dating app. And this dating app that I went on, it was good, okay? It's $20. It's $20 a month. Then they have something that's $150 a month. But you want to go out. You want to have fun. Honey, you've been writing down that you want to manifest a husband, okay? How are you going to manifest a husband if you're not even going on dates? Okay, we got to call the thing a thing. How are you going to manifest a husband if you're not going on dates? How are you going to manifest someone if you are afraid to go on dates? Honey, you got some static going on with yourself, okay? You cannot manifest these things if one, you're not going on dates, okay? That's one. And two, and I get it, right? I could find somebody, I could meet somebody in the supermarket and stuff like that. Yeah, that's true. But if you're not even opened, okay, to give someone your number because you have all this chatter going on in your mind, all this static of how you need to be fully healed, how you don't want your children to be around all these different people, which your children shouldn't be around anyone until it's official for you and that person to be together, okay? That is the only time I feel that your children, should see the guy that that you would after y'all have made a commitment to one another. Okay, a commitment to one another. Okay, all right. And I know this day and age, you don't hear too much about dating and things like that. Everything is pretty much quick. Everything is quick, and that's what I learned along my journey. Also, is when I was in these relationships, okay, and we never did, prior to us being in a relationship. We may have probably went on, I'll take that back, one date, okay? And then after that, it was like, the person just come to my house, we started kicking it, and then next minute we in a relationship, okay? But a lot of times is we don't even know the person that we done got in a relationship with. And the reason being is, one, because we have not invested time to getting to know the person. You just jumped into the relationship with that person. That's one. And then two, if you don't even know who you are, you don't even know who this person is, you don't even know how you even attracted that person. Okay. And then three, we have to understand this. Okay. Everything that comes into our lives is just a reflection of us. Okay. And this is the critical thing. If you have not gotten over your ex, you should not be dating. Okay. That is like the number one thing. If you have not gotten over your ex, then yeah, you should not be dating. Okay. If you still don't know how to love yourself, you should not be dating. Okay. Because the only thing that the person or these people is going to do, they just going to reflect back to you that you think that you're not good enough. You think you're not worthy enough. And if you haven't gotten over your ex, okay, there may be a possibility that you start dating this person, okay, and say, for instance, y'all get serious. And because you haven't gotten over your ex, there may be some type of temptation where so you going back to your ex and still sleeping with them. Okay, so that is the reason. And I remember when I was a kid, my grandmother, when I was a teenager, she would always have this saying, where so she'll say, make sure one door is closed before you open another door. And that is the reason why. Okay, so no more excuses. Okay, you're going to get dressed up, girl. Okay, you're going to get dressed up. First of all, you love yourself. Okay. You done did the work, okay, and you still doing the work. But stop making these excuses on why, okay, you have not been dating or why you don't go on dates. Oh, and another thing, let me just say this. This is the key. Okay, this is it. Okay, I want you to understand and get this. Okay, if you have this belief system that all men are dogs, but you say you want a God that is going to be faithful to you, you're not in alignment. Because you have static going on, like I said. You cannot attract a man that you say that is loyal. You want someone that's loyal, someone that's understanding, a great communicator, and you think that all men are Rufus. Okay, that's just not going to work. All right. You have to clear up that belief system and go down to the nitty gritty. Why do you feel that way? Why do you feel that all men are dogs? And let me tell you something. All men are not dogs. Okay. All men are not dogs. Sometimes we have to ask ourselves, how did I attract them? How did I attract that guy? How did I attract all my exes? That was something that I said to myself, how did I attract all my exes? The guys that I was in a relationship with, how did I attract them? And the way I attracted them is because my self-esteem, okay? My self-esteem, it was low, okay? And I had to really start looking at myself and doing the work on myself and saying, no, Dina, it wasn't them. It was you. All the static you had going on within yourself. Okay? All right? And it wasn't until I was willing to do the work on myself that my life started changing. Okay. And the last thing before I go is this book, The Way to Love by Anthony DeMello. Okay. This is a great read. Okay. A great read. And so what we going to do going 2024 to 2025? Okay, we got a game plan. Okay, honey, you gonna go. First of all, you should be taking yourself on dates anyway. Okay, if you don't even take yourself on dates, okay, then honey, we need to start going on these dates. Okay, date yourself first and then start going on these dates. Okay, because if you can't even entertain yourself, and if you're not even willing to love yourself or spend time with yourself, how you gonna have somebody or want somebody else that's going to do those things that you're not even willing to do for yourself? Okay, so we going on dates. We taking ourselves on dates. You know, we gonna go on a date with someone. Okay, all right, and we gonna stop making excuses. Okay, because you are deserving. You are deserving of love. You are worthy of love. Okay? You are enough. And I want you to understand that and get that. And so with that being said, let me know if you guys want to update, okay? Because this one, I'm taking myself on a date. Okay? I'm definitely taking myself on a date. I don't know where I'm going. I may bring you guys along. Let me know in the chat if you want to go on a date with me. Well, you know, I'm a pre-record it, okay? And if you want updates and stuff like that on how things going with my dating life, okay? And this is fun. This is fun. I want you guys to understand and get this. Like, life is meant to be lived. It is not meant for you or for us to just go through life, you know, just existing, right? Like you want to feel alive. You want to be alive, all right? Be alive, okay? And so we want to have different experiences, you know. I think it's nothing worse than you get into your old age, whatever that age is, okay? Well, get into, you know, later years in your life and looking back and saying, how would my life have been different if I would have, one, got to know myself, two, took myself on dates, and then three, went on dates with other people? Where would I have been? Okay. So that's the work. We doing the work, but we also, okay, we are testing the work that we've been doing on ourselves. Come on, child. Okay, it's been 6 years. Okay, 10 years, and you ain't been on a date. Okay, and you keep on saying, "Oh, well, I'm doing the work on myself." Honey, you've been doing the work on yourself since Jesus walked the water. Okay, now come on, enough is enough. Let's be real here. Okay, and I catch you guys on the next one. Rock out, believe in yourself, keep going, keep growing. Till next time.